Hi, this is Joey O'Neill from Sound Systems Incorporated out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I'm going to give you a quick video overview of the projection system here at First United Methodist Church in Cheraw, South Carolina. I've already taken a few steps and I will do my best. I'm using my iPad, so I will do my best not to make it overly jerky and moving around as I'm moving cables, so I will try to keep it as steady as possible. I've already taken a few steps ahead of time. I'm going to pan out to the sanctuary, and there is our motorized screen, and we have a projector, 5,000 lumens projector hanging from the ceiling, which you can barely see from this angle. And I have already taken the liberty of taking the screen remote control that has always been located in the pulpit when I've been here, and obviously mashing the down button, and the screen automatically comes down. Now, what I have also taken liberty, I have gone to the fellowship hall and gotten the computer from the Genesis group, brought it into our sound booth area, and as you'll see, I have hooked up the VGA cable, and I've also hooked up the media output cable, which provides sound out to my mixing console. The VGA cable goes around and down, and there's a little box right behind the cabinet here, and that goes straight to our projector. I always recommend turning the projector on and letting it boot up by itself before we fire the projector up. This is a remote control for our projector, and if we'll notice, it has a label on it that says projector remote, and we always keep it on the computer setting, which is that button right there. Now, I believe it will reach from this far, so I'm going to point it to the projector, hit my on switch, and we'll hear a little chirp or a chime. I'm going to move a little closer. I'm currently in the balcony. Apologize for the jerkiness. And I'm going to push the on button. There, we heard a little chirp, a little chime type sound. That tells us that the projector's turning on. Just FYI, when we turn it off, we'll hit the standby and we'll see a prompt on the screen that says standby ? And if we hit it again, then it powers our projector off. It always takes it about 45 seconds to a minute to cool down once we power everything down. Okay, now we're looking at our screen that should match our laptop computer. So let's go back to the laptop and see if we can find something that we can open. And that's what we have. Now, we already have an issue. If we look at our screen, it looks a bit distorted because we see a variety of moving lines. Those are called ground bars or ground hum. We can do two different things. I've provided a small box down here that says media, and it also has a label on there. We use that to run audio out of the computer and into the sound system. So should we get a little ground hum or a loop, then we can flip a ground switch on the back of it and it gets rid of the noise. In this case, I don't know if we can see it in this picture. In this particular case, though, we see some distortion on the video screen. That tells us we have a ground loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this laptop, which is currently plugged up into a power strip, and I'm going to reach down here and unplug our power and let it run off battery, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, I unplugged the ground, and now we're perfect. So that tells me we just have a ground loop in the church from the audio video system. So if you get what they call hum bars or ground bars, just unplug the power supply for the computer, let it run off the battery, and we'll go from there. Now, it's very important at this time to know what the settings on our computer. Many programs such as Media Shout and ProPresenter, they operate on what they call a dual screen technology. You have to decide at that point if you're going to use a dual screen setup. So right now I'm going to pause this video, and we're going to I'm going to open up a program, if I can figure out the password, and we're going to open up a program like Media Shout. I'll tell you what, we're not going to pause it, we're just going to open it up. There's Media Shout. It's going to open. Hopefully it's not password protected for our purposes. Media Shout version. Oh, there we go. So now, as you can see, we have our working screen on our laptop, and now we have nothing showing on our main screen. I'm getting a couple prompts.